Hello and welcome to Andy's Airgun review. Today we'll be looking at the Air Arms S510 TDR and we'll be comparing it to the Air Arms S410 TDR. Is it any good? And is it worth the extra money? The Air Arms S410 was responsible for getting me back into the airgun scene, as I've said before on previous reviews, and I still have a soft spot for it. It gives me a sense of pride to be the owner of a British-produced quality gun. So, when Air Arms launches the Takedown version of the S410, a gun I own, and the updated S510, a gun I have used on many occasions, I was interested in getting my hands on them. And now there are two versions of the TDR. So it's a great time to review them both together. What is a takedown rifle? Well, it's exactly what it says. It's a rifle that is somewhat stripped down in weight and bulk, mainly of the stock. Then, in order to be able to transport it easily, it can be taken apart to reduce the bulk and length even more. This is done in a way that leaves the scope fitted to the main body of the rifle, which keeps it zeroed in, ready for action as soon as you get to your shoot. The S510 TDR is essentially the main body of an S510. It has an Air Arms Q-Tech silencer, which can be screwed and unscrewed from the shrouded barrel. The filler valve is the standard S510 fitment, and on this rifle fits without causing any obstruction. The cylinder fills to a maximum of 200 bar, but Air Arms state an ideal maximum of 190 bar, which in my experience gives the best results actually from about 180 bar mark. It uses the standard Air Arms 10 round magazine, which I've found to be faultless over the years, certainly over the years that I've been using them. They supply two with the gun, and they even fit nicely into the stock. Naturally, the action is a side action as per the 510, which is very easy to use. However, I found on occasion I would trap my finger between the arm and the breech block, but it was simply a case of getting used to returning the lever with your thumb rather than thumb and fingers. The stock, as we've said, is in two parts, with the forestock and pistol grip being one piece. The front having the grooves to fit such items as bipods, torches, etc. The grip is also beautifully stippled to ensure a good, true grip. Don't forget that this is ideally a hunting package, and sure-footedness of this rifle is pretty important. This part of the stock houses the adjustable trigger and safety, which is also incorporated into the trigger itself. It also incorporates the filler gauge, which again is a standard Air Arms gauge. Then we come to the trick part where you remove the butt part of the stock by unscrewing at the rear. It is quite a process, but once done it reveals the three pins that can only be described as a docking system. After this has been removed, the whole thing is considerably shorter than the standard rifle and will be a lot easier to pack away and transport. Now this one is the .22 caliber variant, and as you would expect from Air Arms, it is beautifully accurate, and in full power it will be more than capable of any vermin control. So what are the main differences between the S510 and the S410 TDRs? Well, the main difference is the bolt action of the 410 rather than the side action of the 510. Now that in itself would be enough for some people to make a preferred choice. Then you have the screw threaded silencer on the S510 rather than the quick release silencer on the 410. The main difference there being the shrouded barrel on the S510, and it is much quieter than the 410. The magazines are identical, and I would say between the guns they are both as accurate as each other. They come with a quality case, but this is where I become a little confused. The S410 comes with a really well thought out backpack case, and that allows the gun to be stripped down to the shortest length and put away safely and securely. The S510, however, comes supplied with a very good quality day-state type case, which is exceptionally good quality. But it doesn't pack the gun down to a shorter length as the S410, and it leaves the removable silencer on the end of the shrouded barrel, exaggerating the length. And it is not a carry case either, like the S410 is. Now I realise it's only my opinion, but I would love to see the S510 in either a similar case to the 410 TDR or at least a shorter day-state type case. Because surely that's what takedown rifles are all about, isn't it? That said, I think either of these rifles are fantastic. What a great idea, and how useful to have a takedown rifle. Okay, so which is best? Well, in summary, the S410 is not as quiet as the S510 with its shrouded barrel and its superior silencer. It has an older style bolt action, which some will like and others will prefer the side lever action of the 510. The 410 has that backpack, and whilst the 510 has a superb quality but maybe a little oversized day-state type case, you can't use it as a backpack. Finally, you have the fact that the S410 TDR is cheaper than the S510 TDR. It's really down to your preferred action, sound and case. Whichever you choose, I can quite categorically state you won't be disappointed. TDR? Yep, they do exactly what it says on the tin.